Most people don't build the life they actually want. They slowly settle into one. And the strange part is, almost nobody notices when it happens. There isn't a moment where someone decides they're gonna settle. It just seemingly happens quietly over time. You take a job initially and that's fine, right? It's not exciting, but it's stable. Then you look up and suddenly a few years have passed. You get used to it. You go to work, you come home, repeat. Eventually, this life that you just kind of took initially, the life that you didn't even really want, just something you chose for stability, something you likely told yourself was temporary, now that's your normal life. And that right there, my friends, is settling. It's not dramatic. It's just a gradual acceptance day by day. Obviously, nobody plans to settle. People want to try things. Everybody has their big entrepreneurial ideas that they want to pursue, the life that they envisioned having, the one they told all their high school friends that they were going to have. When you and your best friend were planning, talking about how you'll be different and you'll be millionaires. But what happens is that comfort slowly takes over. You stay in the safe job. You even settle in your relationship. I'm not saying this applies to everyone, but a lot of people just settle into the relationship that feels okay, that fits into the routine, and then you just stay in a routine that makes your life feel predictable. Of course, a lot of people call this stability, but stability has a strange side effect because it is essentially settling, depending on how it goes, and it also makes time pass very quickly. And then one day you wake up and it's been 10 years later, and your life isn't what you imagined it to be at all. The thing with humans is that we're wired for comfort. We'll always choose comfort over uncertainty. It's literally nervous system, subconscious logic. So even if comfort isn't fulfilling, change on the other hand is scary. Leaving that job you've been at for years, all that does is induce anxiety. Leaving the relationship that you're in, even though we both know they're not the best for you, you're gonna keep making justifications because it's better than being single, because you don't even remember how to be single. And then why try something new? Because most likely you tried some new things, then along the way you failed, and you don't want to embarrass yourself again. So instead, you just stay where you are. You don't love it, but it's familiar. But familiarity is one of the most powerful psychological forces there is. Your brain would rather have something predictable 1,000 times over than gamble on something unknown. So people stay. Slowly, their expectations adjust. The thing is, humans are incredibly good at adapting. You can adapt to stress, boredom, etc. You can even adapt to unhappiness. Eventually, the things that start to bother you just become normal. The job that you complained that you hated, the one you kept telling yourself you were going to quit in 3 months, 6 months, a year. You always set goals around leaving that job. Now you're just used to the instability. You're in a toxic relationship with your employer. Trust me, I know what that feels like because the place I work is incredibly toxic. But at the same time, you're not going to get fired. You spent years there developing your skills, so you just tolerate them and they tolerate you. Now the job you used to complain about becomes routine. The life you thought was temporary becomes permanent. I think the worst part is that people convince themselves that settling is just a part of adulthood. They say, well, that's just life, or it could be true. And of course that is true, but you don't always have to settle. Another reason settling becomes so easy is because everyone around you is doing it. And ironically, they almost seem like they're ahead of you because you see their lives. You see their Facebook, Instagram, whatever. They seem like they're doing good. They're married. They got kids. You almost want to fit in. It almost feels weird or wrong to not do the thing because, like I said, everyone is settling. Your coworkers are doing it. Your friends and family are doing it. And everyone kind of encourages you to do it. Like, go ask them, yeah, I want to quit this job I've been at for years to go gamble or take a risk here and there. Almost everyone universally is going to call you dumb for that. So staying at your job feels normal. And then taking a risk feels like it's extreme. But now you're just a part of what is the quote unquote normal path. Work, pay bills, repeat. And when everyone around you accepts it, when that is the system, and most people don't question it, and you feel crazy even for questioning it, then at some point you just go, okay, this is life. The thing with settling is that it rarely ruins someone's life overnight. It's quieter than that. It just slowly replaces the life that you thought you would have. And the uncomfortable truth is, most people don't hate their lives. They just stopped asking themselves if the life that they live, if that's the one they actually wanted to be living in the first place. Anyways, I'm out. Peace.